That's right. That's what you heard. Guinée pa bizongo. What does that mean? It means the religion of Vodou is not vagabondai. It's not vagabunderia. It's not doing foul shit. See, we're living in an era in the Haitian Vodou community where everything is blurred. You have people claiming to be Wougans, but yet they're massacring elderly people. You got people that claim to be Wougan, and they're committing acts of sorcery. They're committing evil acts. Kadejak. I mean, listen, this is the era of Vodou we're living in. And I want to talk about the era that I grew up in, the principles I came up in, because a lot of things is blurred today and it's creating a lot of confusion, especially in the Haitian American Vodou community, right? You find a lot of, Haitian Americans who are raised up here. They never lived in Haiti. They may not even speak much Creole, but they get involved in Vodou for all the wrong reasons. The religion of Vodou, right? A lot of these youngsters watch a lot of my old content. They mimic and mirror, how I used to conduct myself. But now pretty much I'm in my 40s, right? So I'm on my grown man's. I don't act the same way I used to. So it kind of is a responsibility of mine to clean up a lot of misconceptions. Because when I first came on the scene, it was war, crash and bash. Today I'm more diplomatic with how I go about my business. And I want to say this, as you heard, Guinée pa bizongo. What does that mean? And that's back in the day, before all this gang intervention. Basically, when you talk about Vodou back in the day, Vodou was not synonymous with bizongo shit, right? Bizongo, they made a clear distinction. Bizongo is hurting people. Bizongo is this. Why? Because that was a common belief of the people, right? And if you were into nonsense, see, I understand. On a religious note, there is société, etc., right? There's a religious way of understanding something, right? But the common knowledge of people of Haiti, when you say bizongo, it brought up fear because bizongo is associated with malfecte shit. You know what I'm saying? That's associated with assassin stuff, right? So now, when you hear that song by Inexperience, Kafu Dangereux, they're making a clear distinction that Vodou is not that. It is not the nonsense. It is not sorcery. It is not hurting people. It's not putting people in wheelchairs, hospitals, or taking life. If anything, Vodou promotes life. And if you're on the path of Guinea, that's what you represent. See, today you have people that have made connections with, the money they had. Okay, I want this title whatsoever. This wasn't like this back in the day. It wasn't, no, you just come out of nowhere, you're a foreigner, you come to this neighborhood, whatever, and now we put you on. It wasn't like that. See, things have gotten blurred with the invention of social media. You have a lot of people who have access to talk to people online and they, make money arrangements. So I go down here after week, now I'm a Wuga Asogwe. How does that even work? I got this, there's this one kid. This guy, I spoke to him like, let's just say, probably about 4 years ago. And now the guy's acting like he's a head Wuga, etc. Like you prior to this, you were telling me that you were into Palo Mayombe, and then come to find out, I'm hearing this guy was in the E5, didn't find out this guy's, family is Muslim, Islamic. How does this even work? See, anyhow, You have people that don't have understanding, right? So when they get this initiation, they let it get to their head. They don't understand the règlement. You know what I'm saying? In Vodou, everyone knows this statement. Faut respecter principes. You have to respect the principles. See, a lot of people, they get into Vodou thinking that they're going to become the bokor of serpent in the rainbow. And it doesn't work like that. See, when you're into that world, you know what I'm saying, that malfecta world, you know what I'm saying? When you enter into that bokor sans poil chimé, bizongo, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? That is not something that you learn in the religion of Vodou. That is something you choose to do. You know what I'm saying? It's something that is already in you. It's like a pimp's going to be a pimp because that was always in him. A hoe is going to be a hoe because that was always in her. So when you talk about, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to be, or I'm this, I'm that, it's got to already be in you. You know what I'm saying? Listen, a lot of people think, oh, well, you know, I'm a Vodouizer, so I'm equipped to do this. It doesn't work like that. See, this is how a lot of Woogans have gotten put on their ass in my culture, in my country. See, I'm not talking about magie. Magie is just, that's another department. You say, when I'm talking about, you say, running down on someone, I'm not even talking about guns. If you know what trois de goutte is, if you know what bedon is, then you, listen, I'm not even talking for the American audience. If you Haitian, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? See, you got people that enter into this community and they think because they pay for whatever, you know, ceremony, now they're this big, you know what I'm saying, so-called individual. Until, you know what I'm saying, some dirty kid with sapat or sandals in his feet comes and puts you in a coma or hospital. You know what I'm saying? See, this game is very dirty. And this is why I say, you know what I'm saying, tout moun gen chimè pa yo. Everybody has their own lane. And you have to stay in that lane. You know what I'm saying? Because you start trying to cross into a world that you're foreign to, things can happen to you. See, even on a magie note, some of these people are so inexperienced, even when magie hits them, they don't even know that they're being hit with magie. You know what I'm saying? It's like pretty much like, you know, the Bible talks about the blind leading the blind. Both shall fall in the ditch. Some people are so spiritually blind that they could be getting hit with magie and they don't even realize it. I mean, you see tons of these guys. They could be losing everything. They could be like, you know, they're losing their relationship. Their relationships is crumbling. Like this guy over here in Atlanta. What do they call him? Brucito. Look at his life. This guy's taking so much L's and he doesn't even realize what the fuck he's been in. So again, this is a reality. I'm trying to bring to you guys, is that Vodou is not a religion that brings people in to make them into assassins, to make them into anything evil, or to go out there and harm people in society. That's what a lot of these guys, you know, a lot of these new upcoming Vodouisans is on. When I see a lot of these American or, you know, Haitian American Vodouisans, you know what I'm saying, coming up into this stuff, man, they always want to promote this, oh, me get poignette, you say I got muscle, I can do this, bro. You watch too much of my old videos, man. You're trying to be something that you're not. You say, what's wrong with being a Vodouisan that promotes peace? You say, I don't understand it. You know, why do you want to be considered a sansal, a vagabond? You know, say, why do you want to be considered that? Because when you think of the word bokor back in the day, it wasn't no gun, it wasn't no woogan. It was some dirty kid with sandals, you know, say, unkept, unshaven, and he was out there putting people in bad predicaments. Why do you want to be associated with something like that? When you have a holy title as a woogan, you're saying you're supposed to be carrying that out as, you know, someone who walks in the path of Guinea. See, let's not get the lines blurred. Now everybody that's a woogan wants to act like they're a bokor, or they want to act like, you know what I'm saying, they into the, you know what I'm saying, they into that type of lifestyle. You're not. It's two different lifestyles. When you get initiated into Vodou, no one teaches you this is how you do this. They don't turn you into a zombie driver. They don't show you how to make poison. They don't do none of that. So where the hell do you woogans, you upcoming new so-called woogans, come with this nonsense? It's either you're going to be into the Vodou or you're going to be out in the streets doing the nonsense. I rest my case. That's all I have to say for today, man.